Okay, so I've got my lock transaxle here that I locked with Fearless the other day. What day was that? Saturday. So now I'm gonna, since we put oil in it at his shop, but we only put in 14 ounces in these transaxles. This is the MST 205 oil filled. These call only for 16 ounces of oil. This is what I'm using for oil. It's Napa gear oil, 80W8590. And this is the same stuff we put in at his shop, but he only had 14 ounces of it, so I actually got to put in another 2 ounces. But since this is going to be run harder than stock, and that's how much you should put in when it's stock, I'm going to put in more like 4 extra ounces or 6 maybe, and make it a whole 20 ounces, just to do a little bit extra. I'll just put in 4. Anyway, so I have to take some pliers to get this rubber plug out of here, which always kind of comes out hard. There we go. Okay, so this hole right here is where you're going to put your oil in. I'm doing this outside now because it was already been dry. This is a brand new thing of oil, so I'm not sure if it's sealed. Yeah, it is. Okay. It'll be a lot warmer today if it wasn't so cold. I'm just going to cut a little bit off the end here. Better oil flow. Okay, so this is my bottle here. We have right about 32 ounces in here. So technically I'll go down till there's 30, but I'm gonna put in 20. I'm not gonna put in 20, but I'm gonna go down till it says in between. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna go in between the 30 mark here and the 26 mark here, right at that 28 mark, and then that'll be good because that would be 18 ounces. And that's right about there. That's 18 ounces right there. So it's a little bit oily, but what you want to do is you're going to take a little bit of oil that's left on the cap there and rub it on your plug just so it goes in easy, kind of like you do with an oil filter when you do an oil change on your car. Put your plug in there, and if you want something flat to kind of press down the middle with, or the cap will mushroom if you don't. So I've got a screwdriver here, which isn't working very well. Small screwdriver in it with like that, and there she is. And there's your cap in there like that. And get all the junk off your fingers there, and wipe around wherever you dropped oil, and wipe off the top of your oil thing, because no one likes oily bottles and stuff. And put your cap back on, and you're good. So there's now 18 ounces of 80W85W90 gear oil in my transaxle. So this should be all good to go now, and so I'll take it down in the workshop and start putting it in my tractor. Okay, well I got the transaxle on the ground here. I've got all my bolts, and I'm gonna put this back in the tractor. I've kind of got the back of the tractor support on an old Makita box. I'm gonna try to lift this up in and bolt it in. I don't know how this is gonna work. Let's see. So if I lift this side in, I need that one person on either side of this thing. I know they're not on like tight. This is all I'm doing for right now. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. this way. I usually do this with the wheels off. I took this thing off when it had the wheels on it, and it was much harder. Feels heavier now. There's a little bit more metal inside here. Not much though. Okay, so now that I've got those on, I'm gonna impact them. Forwards. Transaxle is in and mounted, and now all I've got to do is mount my support bolt on the other side. I'm under the tractor now, and you can see I've got my transaxle in. Sweet. So now I'm going to hook up my shift linkage, which I have painted black. I don't know if you can tell, but I have painted it black and clear coated it. So this end right here of my shift linkage goes in the old shift plate for, or the shift linkage for the deck engage. So you put this end in. Sorry you couldn't really see me put that in, but there's the cotter pin in there now. And then you hook it to this back shift piece, which at this point in time won't go because it's got to be in 5th gear. There. So now I have my shift linkage installed. As you can see, I painted it gloss black just because I wanted to, because it was rusting, and then I clear coated it. And as you see, I have my shift fork back here on my transaxle with a hole in it, a 5/16 hole, and I've got 5/16 just rod, and I've drilled a hole in the end and put a cotter pin in it, which connects here. This is for my shift linkage. And then up here, I've used the old hardware to engage the deck, the blades, when this was still a mower, and I now use the blade engage right here to change my gears, as you can see. So that's pretty awesome. So I've got my shift linkage installed, and now I've just got to figure out the belt length overall, and then got to do my gas pedal and my choke setup, which shouldn't be too hard, and then we'll be good. I think this thing will drive, actually. After I figure all that out, I will also have to figure out a system for my front wheels, for putting bigger ones on the front, but that's kind of like the last thing for me to do, because I just want this thing to run and drive before I get everything done. So as long as I can get it running and driving, I'll be happy for now. As you can see, the paint's cleaned up pretty well in the back. I actually just cleaned it and then re-cleared it. So that's all I've done, really. So there are still scratches in it, but at least it has a nice shine to it again. That's really all I wanted from it, is to have a nice shine on it again, which it does have, as you can see. Well, now that I have the transaxle in, I will be measuring for a belt, installing a gas pedal and choke system, and then we should be ready to actually drive this thing. I've got my shift linkage hooked up, as you saw, transaxle's in, and the only other thing I have to do engine-wise is do an oil change on this. So yeah, there will be other mods to it as we go along, but basically what I want to be able to do right now with it is run it and drive it. So that's what we're looking for right now. So thanks for watching this video, and thanks for all the subscribers that I had come over to my channel, as well as all the additional views and comments. Thanks to Fearless Front for kind of helping me along here with this and kind of getting me some publicity on this. And thank you guys, and I hope to stay in touch with you guys. Give me some ideas if you want to kind of, you know, see something come out of this project. And yeah, keep watching. Thanks. Bye.